Good morning. The very first thing that wakes me up in the morning is this fun little sunrise alarm clock I have, which as time goes on gets brighter. So by 6 a.m. it is fully bright. And then my little Google alarm goes off and starts telling me the weather, and then does my little Sagittarius Today horoscope because that's just a fun way to start my day. Then usually one of the cats decides that he needs attention first thing in the morning, which is very fair. So I give them that attention for a little bit, and then we get up, we get out of bed. I kind of start slow in the mornings, so I'm not, jumping straight out of bed immediately, but I definitely don't stay long enough to fall asleep because if given the option, I will. I will then put on sweatpants and a hoodie that I have by my bed so that I have something warm, and then all of the lights come on, even the salt lamp. And then the very first thing I do, I've gotten in the habit of meditating right when I wake up in the morning, and I have found that it is really great, and it's also the only time that I remember to do it. If I try to change the time that I meditate, it just doesn't happen. My days become too busy too quickly, so taking time for mindfulness first thing in the morning is really, really important for me, and I've found that it just really kind of helps me start the day off on a positive note. So I'm just sitting there breathing, and then we go into the kitchen and grab my greens, which I've pre-mixed the night before. These are always what I start my day with. It's just a habit, and I just chug them, and I fully mean I just chug. Like, it's just as fast as possible. And then after the greens are done, we move on to my favorite part of the morning, which is coffee. I just use my Keurig. I use Donut Shop coffee, and we just brew it up. This mug is kind of a good mood. I'm only awake for the coffee. Then I add stuff. I add syrup, and I add some almond creamer and mix it up, and then we're good to go. I also take my vitamins with my coffee. And then the next part of the morning is just kind of my time. It's whatever I want to do, and whatever I am feeling like accomplishing that morning. A lot of times it's reading. A lot of times it's really just like sitting there and getting into a book. And sometimes it can be other things. Sometimes I'll edit my workout videos or whatnot. Just do something in the morning that is entirely for me. I really try to avoid doing law school things first thing in the morning. One, because my brain's not fully awake yet. There's a reason that I'm still working on that cup of coffee. And secondly, because it starts my day off on a really positive note. I also am never on my phone at this hour. I find that that's also incredibly helpful for just setting my tone for the day as not being super reactive. I found when I wake up and I immediately start checking my notifications, my whole day kind of becomes guided by that. My whole day becomes guided by responding to things that come at me and things I need to answer and whatnot. And to some extent, that's unavoidable. And to some extent, I want to feel like I'm in charge of my life. And so kind of having this time that's just fully structured for me and I get to do whatever I want with it is really, 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 really central, and it's really important to me. And it's part of the reason that I started waking up early, is because it's a lot easier to ignore all of the notifications and ignore everything when no one else is awake and you're really not trying to respond to anyone else who is waiting on you and waiting on a deadline or quick response time. So then around 7 is when we change gears and start doing all of the getting ready things. So first are the contacts that need to go in. Sometimes my cat likes to get in my way because that's what they do best. So we obviously necessarily must take a pause in getting ready to pay them attention. Then my skincare routine, I actually don't wash my face in the morning. I just go in with toner and serum and moisturizer, all of that good stuff. My skin gets way too dry if I try to wash it twice a day. I don't know what it is, but that is what I've found works for me. And then, of course, sunscreen. Absolutely cannot forget sunscreen, even though I'm like outside for maybe 10 minutes at most. Then turn on a podcast while I get ready and I do my makeup sitting in front of my giant floor-length mirror. I do have a bathroom mirror, like I could do my makeup there, but I've always just really enjoyed sitting on the floor doing my makeup for some very strange reason. So that's what we're doing. My makeup routine is pretty simple. It's nothing too elaborate or too fancy. It's just like foundation, concealer, powder, winged eyeliner, and mascara, as you'll see. But something about doing my makeup is kind of foundational to setting my day up, and I know that's kind of weird sounding, but I very quickly realized during lockdown that if I didn't have sort of these set routines to kind of putting myself together, I felt a lot less put together. So it's become really, really important to me to, kind of feel my best and feel like I am put together and on top of things, because that in my appearance kind of in my mind translates over to my mindset. And so when I feel like I am, I look cute, my eyeliner's great, all that stuff, like I'm a lot more confident in my work and all the stuff that I'm doing. And for me, that's kind of invaluable. So we do that. I do my makeup every day, and I have no regrets. It is kind of funny sometimes, though, doing makeup on the bottom half of my face, like doing my contour and whatnot, knowing full well that I'm about to put a mask on to go to class, and you will not see the bottom half of my face at all. So and then we do my hair. So I don't always fully style it or straighten it or whatever, but I had washed my hair the night before, so it had dried in whatever weird way that it likes to dry, and my bangs were being their own weird, uncontrollable selves. And even with the flat iron are still kind of being weird. So it's just what you get sometimes. But doing my best to kind of make my hair look a semblance of normal. And obviously I'm still in my pajamas. I know this is probably like very much the dumb way to have done things, but yeah, that's the look for the day. The hair and makeup, it's all good. And then now we change at the last possible minute. So I'm going to the gym after class, so I have workout clothes on with a sweatshirt. Breakfast is kind of a variable thing. Some days I'm in the mood for it before my 8:30 class, and some days I just don't want to eat until after I've gotten done with class and done with the gym. So, but today I was feeling it. And then the last minute things, packing up my bag with literally just my one textbook that I need for that class and my laptop, filling up my hydro flask because hydration is important. And then that's kind of it. We are out the door by around 8 o'clock for my 8:30 class and drive to campus. So here's the lovely law school building. I will go to class, and this is the end of my morning routine because now we have started our day. So thanks for watching.